Hey Pisces, welcome to another reading. This is Priestess. I want to thank you for coming. I hope you're doing lovely. This is going to be a reading to see what the divine wants to let you know. Not as long, but all right. So Pisces, I got 10 of Swords. I'll tell y'all why I'm smiling, laughing like that. If it come out like that, then I'll tell y'all. 10 of Swords. So you've just been through some things, or you're going through some things, but maybe been through some things, and you're now focusing on like the better. I'm hearing like the bigger picture, like the better parts of what you're looking forward to, and not necessarily your past. You're not thinking about or trying to think about like, you know, what you've, not necessarily like what you've been through, because of course you could think about it and be like, wow, I overcame that. Okay, that's where it is. You're looking at, I just saw 1, 2, 3. Yeah. You're looking at like your life, like, wow, I overcame that. I really did that. Wow, I got through that. Wheel of Fortune, like, yeah, like my life really changed. I'm really not there no more. No, you're not, Pisces. Okay. And then Knight of Pentacles, like, no, you're not. And now, because you have experienced and you're out of whatever you were going through, you now get a pentacle. The money is on the way towards you. Whenever I first started the reading, and I was shuffling a little bit, but I looked down real quick, I did see the Ace of Pentacles. So, I don't know if it'll come out. Well, I don't think it will. But it's on the way, because I'm hearing like you're appreciative, or like you've came into an appreciation for your life and like what you really went through, and you understand that it was so you could, you know, get to a better place, get to, you know, a different life, a better life, you know, in a way. Like you feel like, you know, like these swords, I had to, you know, each single sword, like I had to experience that. I had to, in order for me to experience going, like my Wheel of Fortune turning. Something like that. This is at the Knight of 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so I was laughing earlier because I did a reading, all signs reading, okay? And so whenever I put this card out, I would recommend for y'all to go watch this, because yes, please watch that reading. Okay, so in this card, whenever I first pulled it up, but I didn't say it, but the name Sarah came up. I don't know, but it was like Sarah in bed. She in this bed, and she crying and sad because she didn't go after her goals. She didn't follow her dreams. She saw these swords as like being a burden, not necessarily being appreciative of them and what they did for her, you know, in a sense of like, rather than the 10 of Swords, where it's like, I know I experienced this. Yes, it was bad, whatever it is for you, but I can see a brighter day over here. With Sarah, she just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm just so sad. Like, oh my gosh. And so it's like Sarah is sleep, like she's dreaming about pentacles, like in a way, in this, like these kind of look a little like pentacles. They're not pentacles, but in a way they kind of can look like a fake ass pentacle or something. And so it's like she's sleeping on some, you know, nice bed sheets, a nice bed set or whatever. but she's dreaming about pentacles. Like, she's not actually going to get the things that she wants to do. Like, she's not actually going for that. And so she's sad out here because she's not doing what she should have been doing. Okay? And then the Six of Swords is under that. It's like, yeah, like, this also came out in that reading, where it's like, you have to leave those thoughts behind. So maybe you do have thoughts where, Pisces, where you're like, I don't know how I'm supposed to get my wheel of fortune to turn. Like, how? It's because you have to appreciate what you've been through. If you are not in a level or state of appreciation, that's what you have to do in order for the wheel of fortune to turn, and in order for anything. This also was the only pentacle card that came out in that reading. Okay, y'all really have to go. Maybe you don't have to, but that's what keeps coming up. Like, y'all need to watch that reading. I think that, I mean, it's all signs. All signs need to watch it because it's important. It is. Especially because this is 3 cards, 4 cards that was literally in there, Pisces. So y'all have to get yourselves together in order to start even to think about receiving anything, basically. If your mind, swords is in the mind, swords is mind, thoughts, things like that. If your mind is not where it needs to be, then it's like, how do you think this is gonna turn for you and you gonna get something on the way to you? That's not how this works. So you're gonna be like Sarah, sitting in a bed that you know is nice and stuff, but when she get out that bed, she don't have none. I mean, not like you need things, but it's just like you crying about what you could have when you're not appreciating what you have already, like right now. You're crying and you're sad about what you don't have when the divine has blessed you. Okay, I haven't even taken out no oracle cards yet. And I know that's the message. Because the Emperor is like, I'm getting the stubborn side of the Emperor. Where it's like, I don't know, you could be all-knowing. And 5 of Swords also came up in that reading. 8 of Cups. I really think y'all should watch that reading, okay? Because it's like, y'all need to leave mindsets behind. That is it. And that's a whole thing. And it's like, if you don't leave that shit behind, Pisces, I don't know how you think you're gonna get some pentacles. Look, that's why I saw the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, okay? A lot of fucking money. Like, that's why I saw the Ace of Pentacles for a little bit. Because it was like a tease. And it didn't come out because it's not supposed to. Because I haven't put in the work. Like, me as a, like, in just terms of, like, just right now. Like, me not putting in the work to, you know, do a long reading or whatever to get to the pinnacle. Like, that's the same for y'all. Like, y'all, you saw it for a split second. Like, you know what it's like. You know, you sleeping on some nice sheets or whatever. But you're crying about the other things that you don't have. When you're sleeping on nice sheets, other people don't get to do that. But the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So, like, it's like all of these thoughts, it's a lot of swords. All of these thoughts that you're having about, you know, whatever you're not thankful for. Like, you really have to get into the mindset, out of the mindsets of whatever mindsets that you're in, Pisces, because it's literally in your mind. Whatever's going on, you have things going on in your mind that you're holding on to. And the divine is like, well, I got you, and it's happening for you. Like, you're going through this so that way you can get yourself out of this untangling of the mind. Basically, you need to get grounded to work on, you know, clearing your mind. Basically, excuse me. Connect with nature. Trust the niggle. So if the divine is telling you like, hey, you gotta check yourself, you have to do whatever you need to do in order to move yourself out of this energy to where you're not going to be making your wheel of fortune turn, and where you're not going to be getting any pentacles coming towards you, and you're going to be sleeping on expensive sheets but out here sad. Okay? So you need to establish some better boundaries. You need to establish better boundaries with yourself, with people, whatever you need to do. Whatever you need to do, Pisces. You're going to have to leave some things, be on your way out, up the mountain and out the door. Okay? Up the mountain and out the door, and not coming back, because you're lovely and you need to know that about yourself. Maybe that's also something that you don't know. Cancer came out again. Cancer came out in Gemini reading. So Cancer could be within your chart, within you somehow, or you need to cut off a Cancer. Geminis needed to cut off a Cancer. Cancer is heavy. I don't know what's going on with Cancer. But number 4 came out. So this is stability. Like, if you don't get, look, no other pentacles, I'm saying, like, for real, no pentacles came out. This is about your stability. Like, and then this landed over the 6 of Wands, like, leaving mental mindsets, like, getting rid of thoughts. Like, that's what that is. Like, if you don't do that, with this 4, stability is not going to grow. It's just not going to grow. It's not going to be anything. I'm hearing digress. You will digress, Pisces. Okay? Came in real quick, like, so this could happen really fast if you do not start to get your mind changed and in order. If you do, and you are working on this, I know I've been focusing on the other side, but if you do, then it's like, thank God for helping me to get out of this mindset, for helping me, you know, get rid of thoughts. God is also wanting you to thank God. Okay, remember I said you have to be thankful and appreciative. Sarah was an